Welcome everybody to a new Alchemy Stars video, and today guys we're gonna go over the new RRR banner, and we're gonna do a very quick review, mostly because we've already seen these kinds of Aurorians before, and Migard is just very straightforward. I'll tell you right now, yes, you should summon for Migard if you don't have her. So we're gonna start with Migard right away. I know that it doesn't have a D, but everybody puts a D there because if you try and say this, it sounds very close to a really bad word, so we're just gonna call her Migard. So for Migard, she's a teleporter. She's actually a sniper, yes, a sniper with a teleport within 3 surrounding clusters, which is a little restrictive, but she does deal AoE damage, you know, when she teleports. She's incredibly good, honestly. She is a super solid Aurorian. I'm pretty sure she has like one of the highest attack stats, or was it health? I don't know. I know she has one of the highest stats in the game, or one of the 3 highest stats in the game. So she's very good. She's gonna help you a lot. She does fall off a little bit when you're fighting just one enemy, fighting bosses, even though she does have this part of her active that doubles her damage when it's only one enemy. She still kind of falls off a little bit. She's better against mobs, in my opinion. And yeah, but she's gonna be very good. So for her BTs, BT3 gives her preemptive, which is very nice, especially for a teleporter, but I wouldn't say it's a must. Like, it's worth going for if you really need this, right? I would say maybe if you don't have two green converters in your team, right? If you're missing Nikines or Pact, then yeah, maybe this is worth it for the teleport, but I don't know. And then for her BT6, she gets that removes active skill cooldown if the target is killed with the skill once per round. So she gets a refresh if you kill something with her active skill. This is super nice to have. It's gonna help you finish off games, especially because her CD is already super low. So it's gonna help you close up games against mobs. It might come in clutch if you're in a very difficult stage, maybe in a high level of Spire, but I definitely wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's worth going for unless you're a whale. I mean, it's nice to have, but I wouldn't really go for it. I think her BT 3 is much more worth, in my opinion. If you really want to go for a dupe, go for just her first dupe and stop there, because preemptive is nice always in teleporters. It's always gonna come in handy. So then we have Louise. So Louise, again, she's a double chain 5-star, right? So we've seen this before. We know that fire and water also have this, and so yeah, it's pretty simple basically. So double chain Aurorians, what they do is that with their active skill, they allow you to they allow your entire team to actually use a second chain combo, right? With the only condition being that it's only like that second chain's damage is calculated based off of the second chainer's attack, right? A percentage of their attack. So it's always super nice to have this. If you need a boost to your damage, the double chainers are always going to come super in handy. So for her BTs, her first BT, right, BT2 gives her preemptive. I would say this is worth going for. If you have her with one dupe and you want a boost to your forest team's damage, this is definitely worth going for, especially because her cooldown is 4 turns, so it's pretty steep. You do have to wait quite a bit until you can finally use it, right? And most of the time, once it actually comes off cooldown, you might not be in the best position. You might have to wait for your converter's cooldowns to come back down so that you can take full advantage of the combos and stuff. So, you know, it's not really the best for her to have a 4-turn cooldown. So her BT2 is gonna be super handy. I definitely recommend to go for it if you again, if you need a boost to your forest team's damage. And even if you don't, she's eventually going to come in handy in some very difficult event, or some event where you need to deal a lot of damage, like for example Calamity Codex. So her BT5 is going to reduce her cooldown by 1, basically. So she has a 3-turn cooldown instead of a 4-turn. Again, this is nice, but I really wouldn't go that deep for just a 1-turn reduced cooldown, right? Like if you have a BT4, then yes, I suppose it is worth going for it, because you're gonna be able to use it more. And I wouldn't, well, maybe not more, I wouldn't say you're gonna be able to use her more, but it's definitely gonna be much better for this active to be off cooldown sooner, so that you have more chances to find a window to take full advantage of it, right? So then we have Kleken. Kleken is a converter. He is the 2-turn preemptive converter for water, the 5-star one, right? You know that every single team in the game has 2 of this, right? They every single element has 2-turn preemptive cooldowns converters. So one is a 5-star, one is a 6-star. So Kleken is the 5-star for water. And they all do exactly the same thing, right? They all do this exact same thing, and it's basically that they have a 2-turn preemptive cooldown on their active, and they convert the 4 nearest whatever tile, depending on which converter we're talking about, right? In the case of Kleken, he converts the 4 nearest green tiles to blue, and has a chance to generate up to 2 enhanced tiles, right? And then for his BT2, you guys already know the drill, because we've had these converters in the RRR banners before, so you know the drill, right? Like, so his BT2 basically makes it so that if the active skill was ready in the previous round, the tile converting count gets a +1 in this round. This is like I always say, right? This is nice, but it's not something that you're always going to take advantage of, right? Because most of the time you're gonna want to convert tiles as soon as the active comes off cooldown, right? It's just how it is. You want to convert as soon as your converters are up. So sometimes it will come in handy, because sometimes it's not you're gonna find that it's not super necessary to convert. Maybe you have like a bunch of green tiles that you can use, and so you can just save your converter for the next turn. But most of the time this is not going to be worth it, so I do not recommend going for his BT2. I do recommend summoning for him if you don't have him, but I don't recommend going for his BT2. And his BT5 basically increases the number of tiles he converts by 1. So he converts with his active, right, if it comes off cooldown. On the same turn, he converts 5 nearest green tiles, and if you wait 1 turn, he converts 6 nearest green tiles, which is very, very nice. That's definitely going to be a lot more useful than having to wait a turn, right? But again, I wouldn't recommend going super deep just so that you can convert 1 extra tile. It's just, it is going to come in handy sometimes, because last time that I said this, somebody said in the comments that, it does come in handy, and the 5th tile has saved me a lot of times. Like, yes, it's going to happen. Sometimes an extra tile is going to help you a lot, and it's going to save you in some situations, but most of the time it's just not going to be worth it. It's just 1 extra tile. It's just not that big of a deal. So that's going to be it for this banner, guys. So should you summon? Yes, absolutely, 100% you should definitely summon on this banner for any of these characters. If you don't have any of these 3 characters, I 100% recommend that you do summon and try to pull one of them, or whichever one you're missing. If you're missing all 3 of them, I recommend that you spend every last star flare that you have to pull all of these guys, right? Remember that Kleken and Louise are in the store right now, but if I don't know, it's up to you really, if you just want to save your currency to buy them straight up, so to make sure that you will pull them no matter what, or if you want to go for the guaranteed 5-star, right? Remember that it's a 25% chance to pull one of these guys, right? Because it's a 50-50 that is going to be a 5-star from the banner, and then another 50-50 that is going to be either Kleken or Louise. So that's a 25% chance of pulling Kleken and a 25% chance of pulling Louise. So if you prefer to just not risk it, right, because you might have to go like 3, 4, 5 multis deep, if you prefer to be safe, you can use your currency and just buy Louise or Kleken from the store. I personally prefer to gamble. I prefer gambling, honestly. I prefer to use that currency to buy star flares and then just gamble. Which I know it's a terrible habit, because now I want to pull Kleken, right? And I'm gonna have a 25% chance of pulling him or not. So yeah, it's tricky, but yeah, Midgard is going to be amazing. She's definitely going to help you out if you need a DPS on your forest team. I just pulled Paloma, so I'm pretty happy, so I don't think I'm gonna go too deep for Midgard, because I have Paloma and Araya in my forest team, and I'm happy with that. So yeah guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, leave a comment, subscribe if you like more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.